Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 485 based on novel. So let's start. 10 days passed quietly. The next day, the morning sun was rising, and the entire alchemy temple was already crowded with people. Pill Realm, this is a special realm jointly developed by many experts in the Temple of Medicine Refining. It is used for some distinguished guests to live in and special areas needed to refine medicine pills. At this time, the sky is slightly bright, and there are countless powerhouses in the Temple of Medicine Refining. Then he acted, isolating the surrounding area of Danjia Square, and dividing a very solemn and huge competition field. In the cities of the alchemy world, countless powerhouses poured in at this time, which seemed extremely crowded and lively. It's really a huge scene. The second-ranked medicine refining church force in the Great Thousand World has such a scale, and the first-ranked medicine refining force in the human world is probably even more terrifying countless times. Xiao Yan walked quietly in the city, following the protection of the strong man in the Temple of Medicine, and walked safely towards the city square. It is said to be a square, but it is not. It is an ancient basin completely paved with special stones. There are hundreds of soldiers around the basin to maintain order. Hua Qianqian from Hua Divine Palace, the thorny devil boy from the devil world, and even 3 mysterious figures including Ming Feng, there are 10 people in total. When Xiao Yang stepped into the square at the same time and approached the other 9 pharmacists, many figures outside the square burst out with extremely angry emotions. In the second pass, they saw through the space-time crystals that it was Xiao Yang who had obtained the divine source of the soul. Although the final winner was Ming Feng, no one dared to underestimate Xiao Yang. At the same time, Xiao Yang was also invisibly attracted. Numerous repulsive forces. After the 10 Xiao Yang arrived, an ancient bell rang throughout the city. Today is the highlight of this alchemy meeting, the alchemy contest. The first level and the second level, compared to the third level, is just a small test. As long as you win the third level, you will be the champion of this alchemy club, and you will be promoted to the holy rank 9th level pharmacist. But I'm waiting for you. Yarrow Wuchen took the lead and looked at the 10 people in the field with a smile. Elder Yarrow, let's start as soon as possible. If you want to win, you still have to rely on real evidence. The 3 of Ming Feng shook their heads, as if they had already won the game this time. Xiao Yang, we can't lose to them. Hua Qianqian is Nunuzui. Obviously this girl takes the reputation of the immortal realm very seriously. Do your best. Xiao Yang can only say casually, after all, refining medicinal pills has such a weak relationship with both hand feel and luck, Xiao Yang dare not guarantee it. Since you can't wait so much, then the old man announces, the last level of the alchemy pill meeting, start. Crash. Yarrow Wuchen's voice has not yet fallen, but suddenly there are a series of crazy hot calling voices in the city, straight to the sky. If you are alive, it is a rare event to be able to watch the 8th grade pharmacists of the Holy Order in the refining pill contest. It's a terrifying aura. But next, I'm afraid I'll have to work hard. Xiao Yang shook his head slightly when he heard the deafening frantic roar. The final test is only to assess your overall strength and the success or failure rate of refining medicinal pills. All prescriptions and medicinal materials are prepared by yourself, and you only have 1 month. After a month, if no one can successfully refine the medicine pill, then this championship will be lost. During this period, no matter how many times you fail. Of course, if you want to refine an 8th grade holorank medicinal pill, it will not be easy for you to fail any time within a month. 10 Peaks Ridge, open. Yarrow Wuchen's voice just fell, and with a wave of his palm, there was unexpectedly a rather gentle ray of light that enveloped Xiao Yang's 10 people, and immediately cast them into the 10 huge mountain peaks suspended in the alchemy world. The energy of heaven and earth required to refine the 7th-8th grade pills of the Holy Order is particularly rich, and now 10 people occupy 1 peak, which naturally has a multiplier effect for them. I don't know what level of reincarnation pill can be refined this time. Xiao Yang had just arrived at the top of the mountain, and he immediately sat down and carefully adjusted his breath in order to recover to the best state for refining. The reincarnation pill is an indispensable item for subduing the 3rd holy flame on the holy flame list. The medicinal materials needed for refining, the ice pulp and fire spirit fruit, the 30,000-year-old devil whalestone, and the earth's mattress. The voice just fell, and the ice marrow fire spirit fruit full of sacred aura, the mattress of the earth, and the bronze-colored magic core were taken out of the ring together, but at this time, there were strands of sticky black gas on the magic core, like food. Like a man and a demon, he madly attacked Xiao Yang as soon as he appeared, which was awe-inspiring. After the rest, 3 hurried winds rang out from the tops of the 3 peaks. I saw the Thorn's devil boy, Hua Qianqian and Mingfeng 3 people, between the tumbling palms. In front of them, there is an ancient and huge ancient medicine refining cauldron. The 3 ancient medicine cauldrons are mysterious and unpredictable, and even just appeared, they have attracted the attention of countless powerhouses. Isn't the medicine cauldron used by the 8th rank holy pharmacist? Hua Shengong is really willing to take out the Huaxian cauldron. It is said that this cauldron was jointly built by some powerhouses of Huashan Palace to refine this high-level medicinal pill, which is quite effective. The medicine cauldron used by the Thorn Demon Boy is not simple. It is surrounded by a thorn demon vine, and there is a faint tyrannical power on it. Seeing the 3 powerhouses summon their own medicine cauldron, everyone couldn't help but envy. The medicine cauldron summoned by Mingfeng doesn't seem to be normal. Xiao Yang slowly checked the several auxiliary medicinal materials around him, and then his eyes were quietly projected towards Mingfeng's side. It was a giant black cauldron, and the body of the cauldron was carved with irregular and sinister tentacles. Go ahead. It seems that they have a consonance in their hearts. The 10 high-level pharmacists spoke together, and immediately a dazzling array of medicinal materials spread out uncontrollably. Some were thrown directly into the medicine cauldron, urging a thick flame to start burning, a little bit of quenching and decomposition. Some even turned into a cauldron in the palm of their hand, and the display of flame and soul power wrapped the entire mountain peak. At this moment, 10 mountain peaks above the entire Dan World city, 10 Holorank 8th rank alchemists with extraordinary talents, began a real contest. In the entire Dan World, the power of rich fragrance slowly permeated, and even that is suffocating and terrible temperature spreads faintly. The last stage of the medicine refining assessment was opened slowly. I don't know how many Holorank 8th rank medicinal pills can emerge this time, or the legendary Holorank 9th rank. Fire! Ding Xian! Seeing that the other 9 people shot together, they had already started refining the medicinal pills, Xiao Yang shouted loudly, and a glass-colored flame slowly poured out from the palm of his hand. There are traces of spreading towards the other 9 peaks. The flames that spread out turned out to be a little bit of devouring and robbing them of the rich energy above the other 9 peaks, which shocked the other 9 people. This guy's strength is inherently tyrannical, and the flame he uses now is the most rare holy flame. It's really scary. The 3 of Mingfeng looked at each other, and then snorted coldly, urging strands of black flames, while resisting the invasion of Xiao Yang's holy flame, while tempering the pill cauldron in front of them. The stronger Xiao Yang became, the more happy the 3 of them became. After all of this was under their control. The black flames of these 3 people are a bit strange, but they are similar to the ghostly power of the devil world. What's going on? The Thorn Devil Boy squinted his eyes. When he saw the 3 black flames, his eyelids twitched unconsciously. The power contained in those black flames was quite mysterious, but the Thorn Devil Boy could feel a very wrong touch. In the next instant, a green flame appeared strangely on the palm of the Thorn Demon Boy. The green flames just emerged, and suddenly there was a wailing sound of ghosts crying and wolf howling, which was vaguely dazzling and extremely strange. It is said that there is an ancient giant beast in the demon world, named Demon Jiao. Its strength is sky-high, and its nature is unruly. There is a strange green flame on its crown, and its power reaches the realm of Tongxian. It is even higher than the fire attribute Great Heavenly Seed, only second only to Holy Flame. This guy's background is quite extraordinary. Hey, look at the flame that the little girl in the Flower God Palace possesses, it's quite extraordinary. It is said that it is the one Huayan created by the first-generation palace master of Huashan Palace. Although it is not as good as Christmas, its power and holy flame are probably only about the same. The elders in the Sanctuary of Refining Medicine couldn't help but exclaimed after watching everyone above the sky start to create fire, especially those strange flames that made people dizzy. After all, when it comes to refining medicinal herbs, the flames, medicine cauldrons, etc. from the very beginning are enough to prove the background and strength of these guys, and for the pharmacist, a tyrannical flame can naturally enjoy the effect of getting twice the result with half the effort. However, let the 9 flames be mysterious and tyrannical, under Xiao Yang's holy flame, they are like humble servants, and they don't dare to express any disobedience. Holy Flame is the title of the Lord of 10,000 Fires, and it is not unreasonable. Even if these flames are fierce, but in front of the King of Fire in the Great Thousand Worlds, Sheng Yang, they can only bow down quietly. Flame and medicine cauldron, these are just auxiliary things. The real ability depends on their refining skills. Some discerning people couldn't help but speak. Boom. After Shurenshi, each of the 10 people motivated the most massive soul power in their bodies, and together they divided several strands of soul power together to refine those precious and stubborn medicinal materials. For the 10 people who can now stand in the finals, the soul dividing power into several parts has long been a habitual method. For a time, the entire sky above the 10 peaks was filled with the sound of angry thunder, obviously because these 10 people shot, and the quiet power of heaven and earth was aroused. The soul power of these 10 people actually reached the Yuanyuan realm together. It's really good. No, you look at those angry thunders above the sky, such a formation. They are 10 people, and they are all refining medicine pills of the 8th rank. In the city below, in the minds of everyone who looked up at the sky, the extremely terrifying depression turned out to be a daze in their hearts. However, at this time, Xiao Yang secretly kept a hand, and did not use the soul power of the immortal ascension boundary. Are they all 8th rank saints? Although he had expected it, Xiao Yang smiled slightly when he saw the skillful refining techniques and the strange medicinal materials of the 9 people around him. It seems that just relying on the reincarnation pill of the peak of the 8th rank heaven rank reincarnation, it is indeed a little bit of pressure to win the championship, but at the same time, Xiao Yang is also more and more looking forward to it. If I'm not mistaken, the medicinal pill refined by Mingfeng should be the Netherworld Profound pill of the 8th rank heavenly rank. Yarrow Wuchen's eyes narrowed tightly, looking at Mingfeng's huge soul power and the medicinal materials that he was familiar with. He suddenly made a sound. Netherworld Profound pill? What is that? The doubtful powerhouses in the crowd asked. Obviously, the elixir of the 8th rank holy rank is too far away for them. This kind of medicine pill, it is said that it can make people have some kind of mysterious power to transform the world in a short period of time, has been passed down since ancient times, and I don't know the specific medicine effect. But I remember that this recipe seems to have been lost after the First World War. Why is it now? And this medicine seems to be the prototype of some kind of 9th grade medicine pill. Yarrow Wuchen murmured, as if he wanted to use his huge power to see through Mingfeng's details, but unfortunately he didn't know what kind of strange power was blessed on Mingfeng. Even this leader in the refining world could not spy on his body. The medicinal pills made by Mingfeng are definitely not simple, but the 2 around him are only at the 8th grade earth level. Is there any conspiracy? Xiao Yang is always watching the movements of the 3 Mingfeng. After all, there may be a more terrifying power behind these 3. However, among the 10 people, except for Mingfeng, Hua Qianxian and the Thorn Devil Child were the most terrifying in refining skills because at this time, Xiao Yang, Hua Qianxian, Thorn Devil Child and Mingfeng were 4, actually, they are all refining the elixir of the 8th rank heavenly grade. That kind of suffocating terrible fluctuations, if you are a little careless, I am afraid that the pill will easily destroy people. These guys are all true leaders in their respective regions. This time, let's see who can be better. Yarrow Wuchen laughed heartily, and the laughter turned into a substantial energy barrier, completely isolating the 10 peaks from the city below, but that kind of sticky energy barrier made the many experts who were onlookers couldn't help but take a breath. Cool air. This kind of handwriting, without the strength of the 5th layer reincarnation, can't be released, and more importantly, this guy is a genuine holorank 9th rank refining pharmacist. The strength of the 5th layer reincarnation and the rank 9 refining pharmacist, these 2 identities alone are quite shocking, and now the 2 are combined, the shock is like an insurmountable gap, making everyone present silently dormant. This is the style of a strong man that a generation of experts in the refining world should have. Time passed slowly. In just half a month, 4 out of 10 people were out of the game. Although the medicinal pills they refined were also of the 8th rank, compared with the 8th rank heavenly rank of Xiao Yang and the 4 of them, they were not. It was because of some inferiority, and after some struggle, hastily chose to give up. Even if the energy of a rich mountain peak is injected into the young pills, it is still impossible to completely integrate their power. The energy required for the 8th rank heaven level peak pill is too huge. If it is rashly integrated, once the energy if you don't have enough, you will fail completely. Xiao Yang glanced around slightly, only frowning at the 4 dazzling liquids in the medicine cauldron formed by the glazed flames, and a young pill about the size of a dragon's eye. The 4 groups of liquid are naturally the 3 core medicinal materials of the reincarnation pill, and a neutralizing medicinal material. As for the young pill, it is Xiao Yang's fusion of his own holy source energy. At this time, a raging fire burned within the glazed fire cauldron, but no matter how terrifying the holy flame was, it could not burn and destroy these 4 precious sources. Crash. Just as Xiao Yang was thinking about it, He Yang, who was beside Mingfeng in the distance, suddenly became restless and turned into dark chains at the same time, roaring towards the 4 unoccupied energy peaks. The sea of glazed fire. Xiao Yang's eyes turned slightly, and the glazed flame was like a shooting star, roaring away at those gloomy black flames, and everywhere he passed along the way was wrapped in glazed brilliance and divine aura. Xiao Yang. Seeing Xiao Yang's relentless pursuit, Ming Feng's cheeks were filled with icy killing intent, and he glared at Xiao Yang. Hey, since the masters of these 4 peaks have abstained from power, then they are things without masters. I believe that no one will object to the reason that the able person can get it. Xiao Yang snorted coldly, and the majestic-colored glaze holy flame actually occupied 2 of the 4 mountain peaks together. Little beast. The sky of black flames. Hearing Xiao Yang's arrogant words, Ming Feng's expression instantly froze, and his palms rolled. Once the black flames were covered with countless sinister lines, like a cold chain, they shot directly at Xiao Yang's vital points. Immortal golden body. Dong dong dong. Xiao Yang was extremely disdainful of this. He waved his sleeves, and a golden giant stood up. With the immortal golden body under the blessing of the source of holy flame, the defense power is almost in the reincarnation order, and it can also achieve a multiplier effect with half the effort. Hateful. After a single blow failed, Ming Feng could only temporarily give up attacking Xiao Yang. After all, refining this high-level medicinal pill would take too much energy, and wasting too much energy on Xiao Yang would not be a good thing. Of course, Ming Feng is so hostile to Xiao Yang now, but this guy shows a huge gap in order to become the champion in the future. After the battle was fruitless, Ming Feng only cooperated with the 2 people behind him, and swept away the remaining 2 energy peaks together. Hey. Just when the black flames of Ming Feng spread to the remaining 2 mountain peaks, 2 unruly and terrifying flames turned out to drive out their black flames, and even swallowed them up. Seeing that because of the fight with Xiao Yang, he missed occupying the remaining 2 energy peaks, there was a blue gloom on Ming Feng's face, and that cheek full of anger seemed to want to eat Xiao Yang's 3 live. Rong Dan first. Even if they occupy the energy mountain, they are not necessarily much better than us. Behind him, Bai Wang Yuan whispered, admonishing Ming Feng. After a while, there are you guys looking good. Rongdan. Ming Feng took a deep breath, and then the strange black flames burst out with palpitating astonishing power. Little by little, several kinds of energy essences in the black fire cauldron began to be squeezed and fuse. Is it about to melt the pill? But the 2 guys behind Ming Feng, why are there no traces of fusion in the pills in the medicine tripod? What are they doing? Xiao Yang was surprised in his heart. After taking a breath, he raised his head and looked at the sky. The sky, which originated from the supreme starry sky, suddenly had astonishing fluctuations that distorted time and space, and was quietly approaching. That is the power of thunder, and it is also a pill robbery. It is the punishment that the great thousand world is jealous of the 8th grade heaven-level medicine pill, with the power of mortals, refining the magic elixir that is enough to make the world feel jealous, enough to cause such an uproar. According to legends, once the so-called 10th grade divine pill appeared in the world, the thunder calamity faced by it was unmatched. This is so, once there is any news about the 10th grade divine pill, I am afraid that there will be a real storm in the entire great thousand world. Xiao Yang flipped his palm, and the 4 groups of energy and the prototype pill appeared in his hand together. The rudimentary pill was in the center of the palm of the hand, while the 4 groups of liquid surrounded the pill, and under Xiao Yang's huge soul control force, it began to rotate and gradually merged into the pill. It's going to melt. Can these 4 guys bring us some miracles? Looking at the 4 violent energies rising into the sky in the field, some sharp-eyed people opened their mouths at the same time, their eyes shrank tightly, as if they didn't want to miss a single scene. 4 high-level pharmacists, refining medicinal pills is the most difficult. It is no longer the refining of their respective medicinal materials, but melting pills and chengdan. The energy needed to melt the pill is too huge, especially this kind of high-level pill of the 8th grade. The huge energy contained in the medicinal material is not enough. At this time, it is necessary to gather the energy of heaven and earth to refine together. If the energy is insufficient, the fusion pill will not be successful, which is why the alchemy sanctuary will give each person an energy mountain. After melding Dan, Fang Wei Cheng Dan, the thunder tribulation that originated from the coercion of heaven and earth formed after Cheng Dan is the most important, and the most deadly. Under the thunder calamity, all things perish. Throughout the ages, there have been very few people who have been able to take over the thunder robbers safely or by chance, and if they fail, I am afraid that backlash will damage the origin of these 8th rank alchemists. Therefore, this is also one of the reasons why high-level alchemists are almost extinct in the Great Thousand Worlds. and high-level medicinal pills are even more valuable and have no market. Because high-level medicinal pills are the results obtained by those alchemists who used their own lives to compete with the power of heaven and earth. If it is successfully refined and received the thunder tribulation, an 8th-rank pharmacist will be enough to throw away too many gaps in its peers. Missed the opportunity to step into the 8th grade. It is not unreasonable to think of heaven and hell. Of course, the price is worth it. Boom. As the 4 of them began to melt pills, the sky began to whisper, and the sound was like an endless coercion that spanned time and space, leaning on the 4 of them without reservation. Just because of this, you want us to give up? You must underestimate me too much. Ha ha ha. Xiao Yang felt the coercion from the depths of his soul, but he laughed loudly. All the soul power in the body roared together with the holy flame, and the medicinal pill that spun and merged on the palm of his hand, it accelerates the fusion at a speed visible to the naked eye. In an instant, above the void, a shocking and terrifying force, like the real anger of a god, diffused out of the air uncontrollably. That kind of terrifying power turned out to be the one that made the people onlookers instantly collapse in their resistance. Their feet trembled, and they bowed down directly. Like the wrath of the gods, mortals are as weak as ants, and they can only quietly surrender to their feet. The outbreak will definitely not go away tomorrow, but I just got home and I have to get rid of the jet lag. It is estimated that the update will be done at night, and the regular update will resume at 12:18 in a few days. Don't worry. A wave of terrifying fluctuations in the mind, tilted down from the sky without reservation, accompanied by an irresistible thunderous breath. As time went by, the fusion of the medicinal herbs and the young pills in the hands of the 4 figures became more and more obvious. Boom! At the top of the endless sky, dark clouds suddenly appeared one after another. They just emerged, covering all the light like a behemoth. The dense thunder in the dark clouds shuttled across the sky like silver snakes. Occasionally, a trace of thunder afterglow fell. It is to instantly collapse the city buildings below and grind them to powder. After a while, in the layer of dark clouds and thunder, layers of gorgeous and dazzling colors slowly emerged, which contained terrifying power. 8th rank holy pill, can it bring all kinds of terrifying thunder tribulations? The people in the city below looked up and their eyes narrowed tightly. They could smell the extremely terrifying violent energy fluctuations from the dark clouds and thunder layers, but because of this, the expectations in their hearts grew stronger. The stronger the calamity caused by the Dan thunder, the higher the rank of the elixirs made, and they also want to see if these 4 people can successfully become Dan. 1 color. 2 colors. It wasn't until the 7th color radiance completely filled the dark clouds and thunder layers that the whole world became a little quieter. 7 colors. Are these 4 people refining holy rank 8 rank heaven rank medicinal pills at the same time? This is the 7 profound demon lightning that even some triple reincarnation level powerhouses are afraid of. Countless shocking eyes looked at the turbulent thunderclouds of up to 7 colors above the sky, and a tingling feeling of scalp tingling emerged from the bottom of my heart. This level of fluctuation, even some of their powerful old guys, dare not compete with them. It is the enemy. 4 8 grade heaven level medicinal pills? Yarrow Wuchen looked at the thunder tribulation clouds that were constantly whistling in the sky and quickly condensed, and said with a slight smile. Every time there is a alchemy meeting, there will be such a few genius alchemists with a higher heart than the sky trying to refine the 8th grade peak medicinal pills, but it seems that there are not as many as 4 people in the past. As the 7-colored 7 profound magic thunder began to gather, the medicinal pills in the fire cauldron of the 4 people began to merge rapidly under the subtle control of the 4 people, and bursts of refreshing fragrance quietly permeated the entire world. Such a strong danxiang. It seems that these 4 people should be able to melt pills in one day. Someone in the crowd kept talking in a low voice. Hey, Elder Yarrow, according to your wisdom, who has the better chance of winning among the 4? Some elders surrounding Yarrow Wuchen squinted their eyes, and with their eyesight, they were naturally unable to detect the strength and weakness of the 4. The medicinal pill Xiao Yang refined is quite strange, even I have never heard of it. As for the netherworld profound pill refined by Mingfeng, the variables are too large, and the old man dare not make a rash decision. However, the power and effect of the flower immortal jasper pill refined by that girl at Huisheng Palace should not be underestimated. As for the magic heart pill refined by the thorn demon boy, it seems to be a bit inferior compared to the other 3. Yarrow Wuchen glanced around at will, and then explained clearly the medicinal pills refined by the 4. The power of the refining world is indeed true. Boom. When everyone was talking, the thorny devil boy, who had always been calm, began to dance around his body with scarlet vines. A loud noise came from the sky and the earth, and an extremely terrifying thunder wave fell from the sky. The thunder clouds gathered and flickered, and the medicinal pill in his palm was also completely integrated, and began to arouse the thunder above the sky. This devil boy of thorns in the devil world has extraordinary strength, but it seems that he has missed the championship. Yarrow Wuchen shook his head. Naturally he could see through everything of the latter at a glance. Boom! A round and dark red pill, lying quietly on the palm of the thorn devil boy, when the thunder surging in the seven-color thunder at the top of the sky, like a violent beast, turned into an ancient with a volume of more than 1,000 meters. Thunder beast, swept away at a speed, and rolled away at the thorn demon boy step by step. Thorn magic vine. 1 UN extinction. Looking at the violent rage of the thunder beast in the shape of the seven-color thunder, the thorn demon boy's eyes shrank slightly, the blood in his body rolled, and the eerie bloodlights surrounded the magic vines, unreservedly facing the thunder beast. Shoot away. The thunder beast is like a lion, surrounded by 7 colors of thunder, and it looks tyrannical. With a rebellious air in its eyes, it lifts its footsteps and fights with countless magic vines for a while. Blast me. Countless magic vines attacked the thunder beasts one after another, but they did not achieve any substantial effect. In just a moment, they were easily destroyed, but above the 7-color thunderlights, there were still ghostly streaks. Weird breath. This confrontation only lasted for a minute. Suddenly, the thunder beast stood on both feet, raised its arrogant head, and a group of 7-color thunder gathered from the whole body, and finally turned into a thunder arc, and shot away at the thorn demon boy. Blast me. Looking at this scene, the thorn demon boy roared, and a loud noise resounded through the sky. Boom. The eerie aura on the thunder beast exploded in an instant, and it exploded a little bit, but the lightning arc it formed in the end was abruptly pierced through the shoulders of the thorn demon boy, and a pool of scarlet blood overflowed from the corner of the thorn demon's mouth. The whole person looks very embarrassed. Saint rank 8th rank heaven rank pill, demon heart pill. After the Chengdan thunder tribulation was resolved, the thorns demon boy forcibly held back the heart-wrenching pain, raised the medicinal pill on his palm high, and the sound of pride permeated the whole whirl. Boom. In an instant, everyone's eyes have not yet locked on the thorny devil in the embarrassed figure, but there are countless phantoms of flowers drifting out from another mountain in the distance. Energy illusion? Beyond the 8th grade heavenly grade, this is a genuine 8th grade heavenly grade pinnacle medicine. Looking at Hua Chanxian's methods, there are many strong people in the refining hall. Wong buzz. Thousands of flowers bloom. Barrier. A gentle and pleasant voice poured out, and suddenly above the 2 peaks, there was a strange humming sound of birds and flowers, and after the breath, countless budding flowers were born. The flowers are competing to bloom after a while. They even squatted under Hua Chanxian's feet, vaguely forming a huge flower bud with a volume of more than 1,000 feet. There are countless mysterious lines on the flower bud, which blooms with a mysterious aura. The thunderclouds rolled over the sky, turned into a 7-color streamer after the breath, and shot away at Hua Chanxian. Crack. One after another, crisp voices continued to emerge, and even the flower bud was dripping down under the power of this thunder. Fortunately not humiliated. The thunder and the petals were annihilated together, and in the center of the flower bud, a beautiful and slowly holding a blue medicine pill, smiled slightly. In a short period of time now, there is actually a holy rank 8th rank heavenly grade, and a holy rank 8th rank heavenly rank peak medicinal pill was born out of nowhere. And the most heart-pounding thing is that the thunder tribulation that was avoided by countless strong men was actually resolved by the 2 of them with their own strength. The thunder calamity caused by the 8th rank heaven rank medicinal pill was unusual. Even if Hua Chanxian and the thorn demon boy dealt with each other successively, the remaining power still suppressed everyone. Hey, since both of them have become pills, I should take away the champion of the Alchemy Pill Association this time. Seeing Hua Chanxian and the thorns demon boy standing weakly above the void, Ming Feng, who had been quiet all the time, made a slight noise. Obviously, the seemingly simple method of welcoming Dan Lei just now consumed almost 90% of their reincarnation power, and now they have no spare energy to compete with themselves. As soon as the voice fell, the black flame giant cauldron in front of him suddenly became restless, and an extremely powerful suction force swallowed the breath. Xiao Yang, watch out for this guy. Looking at Ming Feng's strange method, Hua Chanxian couldn't help but reminded. Now that the 2 of them have finished their medicinal pills, it seems that they have no chance of being the champion of the battle, and for the reputation of the fairy world, Hua Chanxian can only pin her hopes on Xiao Yang at this time. Buzz. The black flame spread above the black flame giant cauldron actually swallowed up all the power left in the body of several mountain peaks, and vaguely tried to swallow it away from other places. No, his target is not Xiao Yang. Look. The Thorn Devil boy suddenly realized something, his eyelids beat violently, and a strong unease filled his heart. Let's gather, Rongdan. When the greedy suction burst out from the black flame giant cauldron of the dark wind, Bai Wang Yuan and the two behind him had already tempered the energy essence of the two holy rank 8-grade earth-grade medicinal pills and all the energy contained in the mountain peaks under their feet. Controlled and projected towards the black flame giant cauldron, that feeling, it seems that everything the two of them do is for the present moment. This bastard. His cheating. Looking at Ming Feng's actions, some onlookers couldn't help cursing. The medicinal pills they are refining now already belong to the peak of the 8th grade pills. If you add the essence of the two earth-level pills and the rich energy of the two mountain peaks, even the legendary 9th grade pills are not a bad idea. And from the beginning of Bai Wang Yuan to such a move, these two are clearly to assist Ming Feng. In the rules, there is no such express provision, so it is impossible to judge this guy cheating. The game continues. Yarrow Wuchen slowly shook his head. After finishing speaking, his eyes were fixed on Xiao Yang, who was extremely quiet. He also wanted to see if this Xiao Yang was ready to turn the tide or just give up. Sure enough. However, the 9th grade medicinal pill is not something that can be refined by your appearance today. Xiao Yang opened his eyes gently, looked at the pill that was about to melt in front of him, and said with a smile. The reincarnation pill has long been standing at the peak of the 8th rank heaven level. Even with the peak soul power of the origin transformation realm released by Xiao Yang, there is no trace of it being able to help him step into the 9th rank. Unable to advance to the 9th grade? Then don't worry about it. And don't forget, the medicinal pills you refined are only the peak of the 8th grade heavenly grade. As long as I can make a half-step 9th grade medicinal pill, this time the champion will be me. On Mingfeng's cheeks, there are bursts of ecstasy, not only because he did not need to rely on Xiao Yang's power to win the championship of this time, but also because he was proud of the first time he refined the Impact 9-grade pill. The 9th grade medicinal pill is close to the peak of the Great Thousand World. Whether it is a semi-finished product or a defective product, it is enough to prove his strength. Melt. Boom. As soon as the words fell, Ming Feng, who had been stuck at the point of melting pills, suddenly completed the fusion of the medicinal pills in the cauldron, and the 7 profound demonic thunder above the sky was rolling, and there was a faint coercion of the sky permeating out. Leave this thunder tribulation to us. The adults should melt the pill as soon as possible. Bai Wang Yuan looked at each other, and turned out to roar out together, resisting the majestic thunder. The method of melting pills. Give me a melt. The sound of laughter sounded from the mouth of Ming Feng, and the blood-red elixir, which had already completed the melting of the elixir, was filled with countless flames, and the remaining energy of heaven and earth and the pure energy of the 2 elixir poured into it. This guy is actually trying to refine the 9th grade medicine pill. Is he crazy? Seeing this scene, countless people couldn't help holding their breath and exclaimed. Under the shocking exclamations of countless powerhouses, Ming Feng stood up with a smile on his face, and a sinister and charming smile appeared on his gloomy and eerie face. With the passage of time and the fusion of medicinal pills, an extraordinarily strong medicinal pill fluctuations emanated from the black flame giant cauldron. Although it is not the terrifying power possessed by the 9th grade medicinal pill, the fluctuation of this medicinal pill is by no means comparable to the 8th grade medicinal pill. Half-step 9th grade pill now, Xiao Yang, I won. Ming Feng put his hands behind his back, watching the 7 mysterious magic thunders slowly disappear from the sky. A golden arc of thunder swam down like a master, and the fluctuations contained in it, even the real quadruple reincarnation rank powerhouse, can't help it, I felt a tingling in my skull. Half-step 9th grade medicine pill, and the strongest prohibition evolved from thunder tribulation, Tianxian thunder punishment. Until this moment, the calmness on Yarrow Wuchen's cheeks turned into an extremely ugly solemnity, saying word by word. Is this, the 9th grade medicine pill? This kind of thunder power has surpassed the coercion of the thunder tribulation of heaven and earth, and it has been vaguely transformed into a mysterious and complicated thunder penalty. It is really an obsessive thunder attribute power. Xiao Yang felt the power of the other party's medicine pill and thunder punishment, and there was a faint smile on the corner of his mouth. Ha ha ha. My method of blending pills is quite inferior, so the pills that I have merged today are not even a half-step 9th rank pill, but compared to your mere 8th rank sky level pill, it is too tyrannical. I won. Ming Feng looked at Xiao Yang, who was motionless in the distance, and sneered in high spirits for a while. The method of melting pills is indeed inferior. I didn't know you could hear. The method of ascension? Just after Ming Feng's sarcastic voice fell, Xiao Yang's melting pill was also completely completed. A silver pill almost the size of a dragon's eye quietly appeared in the palm of his hand, and the 7 mysterious magic thunder above the sky it quietly fell, and when it touched the skin of Xiao Yang's body, it shrank slightly and poured into the latter's body. The body swelled slightly, and an extremely terrifying fluctuation was transmitted from under its skin, making people look at it with a rare fear. This guy, what kind of monster is he? Can the violent force of the 7 profound demon lightning be absorbed so easily? Look carefully, under his body and skin, there are some dense scales, which seem to absorb the power of thunder tribulation so easily, but those scales are extremely distorted, causing the skin to shrink. It seems that this guy is not easy. Looking at Xiao Yang's appearance, some figures couldn't help but analyze, but after a while, when they saw the scarlet medicine pill that became more and more condensed and terrifying in the black flame giant cauldron, they couldn't help but tremble. The half-step 9th grade medicinal pill seems to be about to become a pill. This video will end here.